come you do all this like a pro? Wake up every morning on the floor, but I ain't one to judge, I do the most. It's 2 a.m., I'm one shot from blacking out. Pretty girls doing lines in the bathroom now. My friends fucked up, we ain't coming back down. Cause it's 2 a.m., I'm one shot from blacking out. Pretty girls doing lines in the bathroom now. My friends fucked up, we ain't coming back down. 2 a.m. we getting kicked out to my crib. See that shorty going too wild. That's my bitch, and she wanna bring a friend too. She brought 6, got me faded off the 42. We all lit, drink got me like whoa. She said she ain't done this shit before. How come you do all this like a pro? Wake up every morning on the floor, but I ain't one to judge, I do the most. It's 2 a.m., I'm one shot from blacking out. Pretty girls doing lines in the bathroom now. My friends fucked up, we ain't coming back down. Cause it's 2 a.m., I'm one shot from blacking out. Pretty girls doing lines in the bathroom now. My friends fucked up, we ain't coming back down. We ain't coming back down.
Ruel, stop playing.
Yeah, I see you got that new Mercedes. I might let you drive me crazy. Usually I ain't the type to stay. Cause you could fall in and go psycho. Ain't no telling where this might go, but I take my chances either way. So come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You look like somebody that could really hold it down. You look like somebody that would always stick around. Got Latina in you, so I know you probably crazy. All my friends to stay away, but that shit just don't faze me. Got a little bit of sassy, I like that. You don't take no shit, yeah, you fight back. Never let a dude hit it on the first night. I can't even sleep over till I wife that. All these bitches in my phone hit the boy, but I've been curving everyone for you. Yeah. Girl, I would give you every single password. All you gotta do is let me through. Yeah, I'ma keep it honest. I know that you got a pass. I know you ain't perfect, but basic bitches never last. Yeah, I don't usually do this type of shit, so baby, trust me when I tell you that I'm all about it. Yeah, I might fall in love and let you fuck my life up, just so I could go and write a song about it. Yeah, I see you got that new Mercedes. I might let you drive me crazy. Usually I ain't the type to stay. Cause you could fall in and go psycho. Ain't no telling where this might go, but I take my chances either way. So come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Come and fuck my life up, baby, fuck my life up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm about to pull out his switchboard curtains, and I've been waiting so long. Now I gotta resurface. Yeah, we about to toast out all the bread that we burning. Cause I've been feeling cool top. I've been fucking cool top. Yeah, I'm off the Bud Light, not the bourbon. I might chop the roof off the Suburbans. Try to be a nice guy, John Turner. Till I started throwing up in your Birkin. Then I woke up in the morning. Polly showed up at my door with a warrant. I remember flushing something down the toilet.
Let's get it. Let's get it. So a little recap from yesterday. All right, we ended up trading a little bit higher up into this new week opening gap. All right, coming out of that 15-minute imbalance. All right, we're kind of just sitting on the hands, letting price do its thing. Right, kind of anticipating that it would be more high probability during the PM session. And we did get this nice little 1-minute shift in market structure in the PM session right before that power hour. All right, ended up dropping down into, I was aiming for the lunch low. All right, ended up hitting that. But let's start back up from the top here. Let's see. All right, just looking at the weekly candle form. All right, we purged last week's low, closing in some of that new week opening gap. Right, we're on the upper portion of that new week opening gap right now. Right, potentially. Right, it's Wednesday, so it could create the opposite end of the range, right? Right, we get that expansion into tomorrow. Or usually Thursday creates the opposite end of the range. Right, so we shall see, right? If we start wanting to draw up towards these relatively equal highs here, right? Purge that weekly low here inside this daily fair value gap. Almost trading back up into this volume imbalance here. All right, traded back up into that volume imbalance yesterday. Closed outside of it. Right, painted a little bit outside the lines. Right, traded back down into this wick. All right, looks like consequent encroachment of this wick, which is 50%. Let me see here. It's a little shallow of it. Dropping down to the 4-hour. I mean, we're coming out of this 4-hour fair value gap here. Right, candle body's respecting it. Still haven't made a new high yet. Right, but there is some buy side liquidity and inefficiencies that I see here. Right, we have some relatively equal highs inside this SIBI. Right, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency that we're currently trading to right now. All right, right above that though, we do have those relatively equal highs. All right, and a fair value gap up here. All right, but this is feeling very similar to this price action where we don't get any really definitive shifts in market structure. Right, we do get this displacement here, but they're like relatively equal highs here, you know. So it's like, it's not the most cleanest price action to get that shift in market structure. But we are still respecting, right, busies, right? Have a busy here. Drop down into it. Counterbody's respecting it. Really nice. Right? We drop down into these fair value gaps here. These 1-hour fair value gaps. We do pin outside the lines. Drop a little bit lower. Right, then these inefficiencies here. Right. Right, we're kind of just like lethargically working our way up higher, right? So I'm not completely convinced on the longs, right? The way I kind of see it right now is we just purged some buy side liquidity, trading up into this 15-minute almost. Right, generating some liquidity by stopping right before this 15-minute imbalance. But remember, this is also a 1-hour imbalance, right? Inside of there as well. We just purged those relatively equal highs. And we have about 2 minutes before we start the first hand macro session. So maybe we purge some of this little buy side liquidity we're generating here, trade up into this inefficiency, and then get a bear shift in market structure, dropping lower, right? We also have 10 a.m. red folder news, right? So we could either get that shift in market structure right before the 10 a.m. red folder news, and then the red folder news just kind of expedites price coming down. right? It's either that or it is the news. The news is the kind of like that manipulating factor. Just after the news, we get that shift in market structure, and then we start moving from there. All right, so we'll kind of just be patient for that. We'll see if we get some good movement here in the first couple of minutes of this first AM macro. And then we'll kind of take it from there. Little 5-minute imbalance right above it as well.
Bet you got nobody round to make your day better, son. Brighter, don't got too much time, so girl, it's fun. Now and talk later. Put your pride aside and let me in. You know I got better sins. You so good at self-control, but maybe now it's time for change. I've been alone for so long. Got the one, didn't realize good was exist in the world till I lost one. Eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind. Things I would get to feel your lips for the last time. Go and hang with your friends. I put this bullshit to end. Now we on your parade, and I just wish you the best. I think it's time for me to bounce soon. I just wish I had someone to say I'm home to. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could have happened or what could have been. Finally your face, I know ain't that a sight to see. Take my time to take your clothes off one more time, maybe. Acting like you don't recall it, ain't impressing me. Didn't come to see your friends, I know you came from me. Like your dress, but you fit better in my wrinkled tee. We moved on to newer things, but we got history.
Through the night, she just wanted to tip, no advice. On the side of the road, what's the risk? Roll the dice. If they catch us, I don't care, cause we all gonna die. Yeah, we all gonna die. I was worried, to be honest, but it's all going right. When I first laid eyes, I was awful enticed. And I might be off something, but I'm all in now. She got a call in now. I don't think that you should work tomorrow. She said, first of all, I'm still going in like Rich Homie Quan, but with you and me, God, man, it feels so intense. I already seen that movie, but I will go again with you. I got a few I've been tending to, but tonight, I forgot all about them.
Through the night, I would try to get it tonight. Hit a phone on my head like you better do right. I'm alone in the bed, yeah, I know what you said, better cope with it. Don't take me for a joke, and I won't get a friend that's trying to be more than that. I'm convinced that it's sort of that, but when I see you in the pits, I can tell you it's forcing that. I got time for this, minus the bullshit, I'm cool now, look at my common sense. And I'm just realizing this, know my soul isn't trapped, but what's holding me back is the old me. In fact, I'ma get intact, I'ma get it back. Mama, hold me to that, just hold me to that. Don't stack me and Jack, got the city on smack, that's word. That's words to catch 18 all the way to Newburgh. It was only me and her, I don't care what you heard. Only me and her, I don't care what you heard. Got a southern accent, she'll slur a few words. That's very true, sir, let me share a few words. Hey, let me share a few words, feeling unappreciated, let me cherish you first, yeah.
Okay, we are getting some displacement right before that 15-minute imbalance. I will check out the other time frames as well. Right, we did purge that buy side liquidity, which is those relatively equal highs. All right, we created this. We just got a closure below the short-term low here. We have this fair value gap, pretty wide of a range, about 7 handles. Right, we got the news dropping here in about 5 minutes, so that is, the timing is very interesting. Small little fair value gap right here. I mean, this could be the shift in market structure right here, but I would have preferred us trading back up into that 15-minute imbalance, not creating those relatively equal highs right on top of it. That's the only thing that's holding me up a little bit that I'm conflicted on. But we could be using this red folder just to trade up into here real quick and then expedite the movement to the downside. Alright, but I do like that closure above. Maybe if we close in this fair value gap a little bit more on this 3-minute, this could be a little setup here. About 8.5 handles or so. It's a little bit better on the 2-minute. About 7 handles. Where are we aiming for here? We have some relatively equal lows here. I don't think we have really, yeah, there's not really any 15-minute imbalances in this entire price leg until we get right here, honestly. But we do have some relatively equal lows here. Alright, I'd be willing to take this here. Micros be looking slightly different lately for some reason. It's the same amount of handles, but the what's it called? Take off one here. All right, we got that news dropping here in about 7 minutes. Or 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes. All right, so maybe it just taps us in here and then we get that expedited price action to the downside. That's what I'm kind of anticipating here. With this setup, 3-minute, I mean, very similar, right? Purging that buy side liquidity, which is these relatively equal highs. See, even the relatively equal highs are slightly different on the micros, right? But we purge those relatively equal highs here, right? Which is buy side liquidity. Traded up into, let's see if we traded up into that 15-minute imbalance. No, created the relatively equal highs on the 15-minute imbalance as well on the micros. Alright, got about 2 minutes before this news drops. Low hanging fruit would be these small little relatively equal lows here. Check on the 5-minute, they're similar. Not quite similar, but we are dropping and drawing towards those. Right. Alright, got news dropping here in about 1.5 minutes. So maybe we generate some sell side liquidity, right? Trade back up into there. This is also a 5-minute shift in market structure as well, right? After purging that buy side liquidity, right? So that's good.
attention. Fuck you and you and you. I hate your friends and they hate me too. Fuck you and you and you. It's that hot girl by my anthem. Turn it up and throw attention. This the college dropout music. Everyday like that she be too thick. And my friends are all annoying, but we go dumb, yeah, we go stupid. This the college dropout music. Everyday like that she be too thick.
It's slowly working our way back up.
And you want me to change? Fuck you!
Alright, we also got that 5-minute closure below as well, which is looking good. Yes, on the micros as minis as well as the micros. Spread got us out just right there, right, with that news release. Bloop, right there. Let's see if we trade back up into that 15-minute imbalance then. Right. Let's see here.
Oh, lonely traveler, please help us. We have to move the cube.
Sober up, the sun is killing my buzz. That's why they call it morning. Thought I was strong enough. Threw my bottle at the sky, said, God, that's a warning. Don't wanna sober up. Try to keep it in.
Right, took out that short-term high. But we are still, let's see if we get the closure inside of this 5-minute Sibi here. Right, I consider this a short-term high right here. Right, that's why I put the stop loss right above there. But it is respecting the overall this high here. Right, so I was just liquidity right there real quick. Right there. But we'll see how price is following this red folder here. Alright, we'll see if we trade back up into this 15-minute imbalance here and then get that lower time frame shift to market structure. Right. But I'm not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll be patient here. Yeah, see, look at so far. We got about 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle, but candle bodies so far respecting this 5-minute Sibi, which is looking real nice. Right, it just came up and made relatively equal highs with these little short-term little relatively equal highs right here. Right, but that 2-minute had that slightly lower short-term high. Right, but look at now it's starting to draw towards our relatively equal lows right here. Right, our low-hanging fruit. So we might just got tapped out, right? We're the liquidity right above that short-term high. But overall, it is drawing towards our sell-side liquidity, right? We're about, right, there we go, right? We just purged our low-hanging fruit target, but we just got tapped out just by like 1 or 2 ticks here, I think. Yeah, 1 tick. with our little short-term high right here, right? But overall, right, direction and everything on point. Right, we just got a little hunted right there, right? But that was valid for me to take, to put the stop loss right here. All right, obviously it's gonna go in the journal, so we'll see if it's still advantageous. But right, that is a short-term high, right, within this down move. So my stop loss is valid to go right there. But it looks like it just respected this overall higher time frame short-term high, right? The 5 minute. This was a 5 minute short-term high here. But our low-hanging fruit objective, right, our relatively equal lows here, right, just got purged, right, which is about 15, almost 4, just over 14, yeah, almost 15 handles. Very nice. Looks like we're also getting a potential second shift in market structure here. But this is going to be pretty wide, this range here. Alright, we just got a little tapped out by one tick, right? One tick.
Told me, boy, you a asshole. You know that's a lie, and you just wanna start a battle. I fell in love with a bad bitch. Now her shadows even got me running, trying to catch it. She told me, boy, you a savage. She gon' post a picture, she can diss me in a caption.
I think that I'm finally in my zone. Got a ting out west, got a ting back home, yeah. I think that I'm finally in my zone. Living on a high, but we keep it on the low, yeah. I think that I'm finally in my zone.
Right, but I mean, that's just the case sometimes, right? That's how we journal and get everything documented, just to, right, just learn from, right? We got stopped out by like literally one tick right there, which, I mean, it's just a part of the game, right? But more importantly, our overall direction on where we thought price is gonna go, right, spot on, right? After it literally stops us out, next candle, within one candle, right, going directly to those relatively equal lows, right? That little sell side liquidity, right? That minor sell side liquidity, right? So that's spot on. This situation right here could potentially, right, depending on how many trade setups, right, could potentially be lifted to right here, right? That stop loss. So it's just something we got to put in the journal, and we will be able to make a better decision later on. But overall, right, where we think price was wanting to draw towards, right, spot on, right, spot on. It even went like 3.5 handles past our low-hanging fruit target. So what I would want to see from here, right, potentially drawing back up into that 5 minute imbalance and getting a second shift in market structure, maybe around the 10:30 turn or so, and continue working our way lower, right? Potentially trading back down into this 15-minute fair value gap here, this 15-minute busy. Let's see if there's any hourly imbalances. No hourly imbalances, but that's where I can see price potentially drawing to next, right? This little 15-minute busy here. But pretty spot on with, right, the news getting us in on our entry and then expediting our draw on liquidity. Right, that's what I was talking about just before the news release. Right, you can go back and rewind it. Right, potentially getting that news release, right, dropping right at 10 a.m. here, becoming our entry, and then it expedites, right, our draw, where our draw on liquidity is, right, and that is pretty much what it did. Right, we just got a little tapped out by one tick right here, but our draw on liquidity, our low-hanging fruit objective here, right, pretty spot on, pretty spot on.
Straight up to the moon, you know I'm a night rider. I'm a night rider, 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 night rider. I'm on the road, yeah, whipping on my Harlem. I'm going fast, girl, I wanna take a ride with you. Left your old man, baby, let me slide in. You got a pass, girl, you know I got some mileage too. New whip got me floating like Aladdin. True shit, shorty, you could be my Jasmine. Night shift, I've been working night shift, yeah. Flight wrist when I twist the right wrist, yeah. Night rider, night rider, night rider, night rider, night rider, night rider, night rider. Baby, let's get higher. I can be the driver. Straight up to the moon, you know I'm a night rider. I'm a night rider, night
Right, and since price came back so quickly right there, we actually only, let me see, I want to say we even got a lower, let me see,
I'm a night rider, 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 night rider. Baby, let's get higher. I can be the driver. Straight up to the moon, you know I'm a night rider. I'm a night rider, night rider.
yeah, I think we got a lower, let me see here. Yeah, I think we even got a lower fill. We didn't even get filled at this 60.55. We ended up getting filled at 49, if I'm not mistaken. 60.49.
I'ma run the lobby, speak to nobody, San Gabriel Valley, I'ma crash your party like. Yeah, you made it, you've been anxious, but you made it. California, conversations till the sunrise. When you stop by, California, I don't wanna be the one that's left behind. I love the way you lie. I don't wanna be the one to lose my mind.
Alright, so we'll see. Price wants to trade back up into this 5-minute Sibi, right, and how it wants to treat it, right. right, as we approach that 10:30 turn. See if we get that second shift in market structure back in here.
Money making while we're breaking, it's amazing. California celebrated or paraded, it's been faded. California, on Maria, the hills are swarming with dead ends and the bots performing. Don't mistake it, you can break big till you get sick. Shut the fuck up, don't wake another neighbor. I don't know you and I don't want to later. Praying to God I never run out of his favor. But we don't make
Right, and it overlaps with, let's say, the consequent encroachment of this wick here. Right, that news release wick. So we'll see. Right, price works its way back up into that 5-minute CB. Also, upper portion of that 5-minute CB, we have the consequent encroachment of this wick here. Alright, so we'll see if we get that little smaller time frame shift in market structure. Right, if not, I mean, completely fine with just taking this small little loss here. Right, just a part of the game. Right, pretty simple. Can't really do too much about it, right? We just got to document it and see how many times this this occurred specifically. But other than that, I mean, you can't really be like too upset with it, right? That's just a part of the game, right? Nice little short-term high here. Just came right above, respected this high and respected these highs, right? So just get documented, make note of it. It would be something to check back on, like 6 months to a year, get more setups documented. I think this is, I want to say it's only happened a couple times. Like only like less than 5 times for sure, right? Maybe even less than like 3 times, where it still ends up drawing in our direction, but just gets stopped out by 1 tick with having a short-term high. So we'll get it documented in the journal. I'll make note of it. Something to look out for in the future, but nothing to act on right now. Right, so we shall take it from there. Oh, you know what it was? We got filled at 48, which is here, 60.48, and then actually it got filled exactly at 60.55. Even though it retraced real quick, we still got the fill right here. That is pretty good for how fast price is moving right there, honestly. And that's on a copied account. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, spot on. Actually spot on. That's actually crazy. And then as for, right, a little recap from the BTC setups we were watching. We traded back down into the 1 hour fair value gap. Oh, we didn't even, on that futures chart, we didn't even trade down into the 1 hour. But on the Coinbase, let's see here, right? We were aiming for the 15-minute imbalance, but it ended up only trading back down into this hourly imbalance here, right? This hourly busy tapped into that hourly busy right there, right? And then we're about a couple thousand handles away from there, right? But we're aiming for, I wanted that lower 15-minute imbalance to get reached, right? And then go long from there. The RR was just a little bit better there, right? About 500 handles less than comparative entering on this 1 hour. But we're just kind of hanging out after that. But it did tap into that hourly, right? Not on the futures chart, but on the Coinbase chart, it ended up reaching back down into there. So that was cool.
to the fast lane. Got stardust sitting in the ashtray. It's a good life, fuck a bad day. So I'ma live it up like it's my last day. I might start a rodeo up on Rodeo.
All right, we're slowly working our way back up into that 5-minute imbalance and creating some nice, honestly, some nice highs and some lows. Right, being cognitive of this displacement above this little short-term high here, created this fair value gap. Candle bodies just painting outside the line, but not that much, not that much. So just kind of being aware of that. But yeah, that's why I would want to have that second shift in market structure on the 5 or on the lower time frames inside that 5-minute SIBI. But we'll see. More than likely, we'll probably just be sitting on the hands waiting for what would it be? No 10 a.m. news tomorrow, and then we have NFP on Friday. I mean, not rushing anything, right? Not rushing anything.
I'm lucky, bro. So if you hit, I need 50%.
Yeah, I got you. You know. Come on. Whoa. I say $50 million, bro.
You get 25.
Bro, that's ain't $50 million.
Starting on your big spender, yeah. 100 on my wrist, yeah. Starting on your big tipper, yeah. 100 on my bitch, yeah. Starting on your big spender.
All right, so we'll watch as we approach that 10:30 turn here in about 8 minutes.
Need that rolling, want me to buy, huh? Take it to ball, hard, spend a couple thousand, huh? You need a nigga to put the mileage on. She talking, I'm proud of her. I put that product on. Big drain, gripping lane, niggas can't talk like this. Beat the pussy, now she walk like this. They ain't never seen money in the vault like this. Cash money, bling bling when I talk like this. Starting on your big spender, yeah. 100 on my wrist, yeah. Starting on your big tipper, yeah. 100 on my bitch, yeah. Starting on your big spender, yeah. 100 on my wrist, yeah. Starting on your big tipper, yeah. 100 on my bitch, yeah.
I be stunting like my motherfucking dad. Let me go. I'm talking when in 2006 on a private plane, hop out my bitch. When it took like $45,000 for the brand new watch on top of my wrist, and I put it to the Grammys in a Rolls Royce truck with a brand new Glock on the side of my hip. Nigga, please don't turn me up. Don't start with me. Walk in the store, get everything. Shit like a robbery. He checked his girlfriend Instagram. I bet she follow me. I pulled up rockin' Prada boots. My little bitch say she proud of me. They see baby, they like.
Starting on your big spender, yeah. 100 on my wrist, yeah. Starting on your big.
All right, drawing back up into this fair value gap, this 5-minute fair value gap.
Starting on your big.
Want to see if it respects it, and then we get that second shift in market structure. Right. If we don't respect this, right, would be wanting to see how it treats this 15-minute SIBI up here as well. Well, we shall wait and see. We're about 6 minutes out from the 10:30 turn, so this is timing-wise, this is looking pretty good. We just gotta stay a little bit more patient.
Out in Hollywood, I'm faded in the cut. I ain't rich yet, but I made it out the mud. 23, I'm living life just how I want. Yeah, we living facts now. Yeah, we living facts now. Everywhere I go, you know I'm with the team. Vinny right there on the left, he playing C's. Out in LA, everything ain't what it seems, but we living facts now. Yeah, we living facts now. 1340 on me, homie. I don't do no bait. No liquor in my debit card, the only thing I chase. Yeah, God won't let me flex it, so I keep it in the safe. Yeah, all my bros stay lifted like they pushing up the plates.
All right, so we're trading back up into that 5-minute Now I want to see if we create some highs and lows and get that second shift in market structure inside that 5 minutes to be. So just be patient. Need price to do its thing. Yeah.
She hit me for the Addy. Lawrence parents out of town, so she gon' call me daddy. Used to fuck with Patty, now I'm back with Breedo. If she do me foul, then I'ma drain her like a free throw. I can't lie, lately I've been on some player shit. Eating sushi rolls, bet my shorty pay for it. Out in Cali with the same ones that I came up with. No new friends, no, I'll tell them all to take a hit. Whoa, in my zone, bottle service up at home. Bouncer kicked us out, we hit the rocks with all the bros. Mama said to live it up, so I'ma sip it slow. Living facts, that's the code, homie. You already know, yeah, you know. Yeah, yeah. And you know, hey, hey, we on the road. Yeah, yeah. On the road, hey, hey. Riding with the top down, yeah. I'm with my shorty, she gon' drop down, yeah. I'm on a high, I'm feeling way up, yeah. I'm in that new fit looking laced up, yeah. We living facts, and I know some people probably acting fake right now. We could give a fuck about what you say right now. Whole crew on the coast, we surfing waves right now, yeah. We been living facts this every day right now.
Damn, I ain't been going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Homo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, I ain't been going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh, you stuck in the friend zone. I time like 4, 5 to 5th. Ayy, 100 bins inside my short to chino the shit. Ayy, try to stuff it all in, but it don't even fit. Ayy, know that I've been with the shits ever since the jit. Ayy, I made my first million, I'm like shit, this is it. Ayy, 34 walk through, man, we had that bitch lit. Ayy, had so many bottles, gave ugly girl a sip. Out the window of the Benz, so we get sent in the rent. And I'm like, whoa, man, my neck so goddamn cold. Diamonds when my teeth are sore. I got homies, let it go. My money, they will never fall. She said, kid, I have some to hold. And I can never tell you no. Damn, I ain't been going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony Homo for clowns and all the balls. Oh, I ain't been going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Don't act like you my friend when I'm rolling through my hands. Oh,
they be going psycho. My rollie going crazy. Hitting lil' mama, she wanna have my babies. 50 on the banky, chain so stanky. You should see the whip, promise I could take your bitch. All her riding in the old school Chevy, it's a drop top. Bullin' with a thought. She gon' give me top, just one switch. I can make the eyes drop. Hey. Take you to the smoke shop, we gon' get high. We gon' hit Rodeo, Dollar Valentino. We gon' hit Pico, take you where I'm from. Take you to the slums, this ain't happen overnight. Know these diamonds real bright. Santa Run jean, still in my pants though. All VVS's, put you in a necklace. Girl, you look beautiful tonight. Stars on the roof, they matching with the jewelry.
damn, I ain't been going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael.
Alright, so we'll see how price interacts with this 5 minutes 5 minutes to be here. All right, we're right on spot on that 1030 turn. Have a little short-term low here. All right, but we shall see what price wants to do from here. Our low-hanging fruit objective did get hit. Let's see if we created any more liquidity. We didn't quite create any more liquidity, which I would have wanted to see. All right, so more than likely we'll just be sitting on the hands. All right, waiting for a little bit more information. Right, counterbody's respecting. I like how it respects that 5 minute Sibi. All right, we're getting potentially a little 1 minute shift in market structure here. Right, inside that 5 minute fair value gap. All right, we'll see if we leave this 1 minute Sibi open here. Right, or if we're just trading down and feeling some inefficiencies here. Right. If we potentially leave that open here, all right, we have this short-term low. I'd be willing to take that. Right, it's inside our 5 minute Sibi here. All right, and that is our little 1 minute shift in market structure. All right, and then that will be my last little shot. Get us drawing lower. Let's see that 5 minute, how that 5 minute shaping up. All right, good timing right at that 1030 turn. Little 1 minute shift in market structure. All right, inside our 5 minute Sibi that we were initially going short at. So we'll let price do its thing.
could go back to that day we met, I probably would just stay in bed. You run your mouth all over town, and this one goes out to the sound of breaking glass on my Range Rover. Pay me back or bitch, it's over. All the presents I would send, fuck my friends behind my shoulder. Next time I'ma stay asleep. I pray that
Okay, those are my 2 shots for the day right there. Right, those are my 2 shots for the day. I mean, can't do too much about it, right? I mean, we manage risk well. I mean, that's like the most important thing, right? Even after taking 2 losses like that, I mean, it's still like I would consider fairly good risk management, right? Fairly good risk management. So can't be upset about that. And being able to just, you know, hey, it's okay. Like the first one with draw on liquidity is spot on. Price just wants to keep working its way a little higher from here, right? This little 1 minute bullish shift to market structure ended up holding. So, I mean, can't do too much about it. All right, we're just thinking we're gonna follow the order flow from that 10 a.m. news release, right? Anticipating that second shift to market structure, got it. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. We do risk management to live to see another day. To live to see another day, which we will be able to. So appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll wrap it up right here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. That is the morning before NFP. So yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.